This video is a guide on how to locate and catch all the legendary Pokemon on Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow. Here is a time card indicating when each guide begins. Alright, so we're going to kick things off by catching Articuno. Now there are two ways to get to Seafoam Islands. You could either head east from Cinnabar Island, or you could go south and then west from Fuchsia City, which is what I've decided to do here. Now, you want to make sure that you have Pokemon that know how to use Surf, so that you can get here, and you need another Pokemon that knows how to use Strength in order to move these boulders. So all you have to do is knock all of these boulders down the nearby holes. So get this boulder down, and then you want to head to the far side of the room and get this boulder down this hole. After you've done that, head down this set of stairs and then hit this boulder down as well. Alright, so go back up this flight of stairs, head to the left, and take this ladder down. Now, you want to make sure that you do it in this order. Head over here and get this boulder down. Alright, after you've done that, head back over here, head to the top and then down this ladder. This is the same boulder we just dropped on the previous level, so if you had come here without knocking that boulder down, it wouldn't be here. That's why it's important that you do it in this order. So head back up and head through here, head down this ladder, and then head down this one over here, and go over here and you'll see a bunch of boulders. Don't get too worried about this. All you have to do is get one boulder down per hole. So start things off by clearing this boulder out of the way, and then knock this boulder down the hole. Head back over here to these two boulders and move the boulder on the right up to the top. Then hit this one down, just one tile, and then nudge it to the left twice, and then come all the way around and knock it through the hole. Alright, so now you want to head up over here and go down this ladder, and then go to the right and head up both of these ladders, and then knock this boulder down the hole as well. Alright, so that was the last boulder, and all you have to do is head down both of these ladders and head to the left side of this path, and then you can surf over here, and you can see two of the boulders have been placed there. They're blocking the strong current, which allows you to get to Articuno. Alright, so we're gonna bag us an Articuno. That iconic roar. Alright, so we're gonna start things off with Jolteon, and the reason for that is because I want to use Thunder Wave and paralyze Articuno off the bat. So it's gonna be difficult to catch him, but it'll become slightly easier if you give them a status ailment. So you could either paralyze Articuno, you could put Articuno to sleep. I would not recommend poisoning or burning Articuno, because those are things that take away health every turn. So if you miss your opportunity, you could miss your opportunity to catch Articuno if Articuno dies, which would suck. So I'm using Sand Attack to try to lower Articuno's accuracy, but that doesn't seem to be working. Alright, it's at its lowest point. I think it's a good idea to reduce Articuno's accuracy so that he won't be able to just keep attacking us until we catch him. I might pull Jolteon out. I'm afraid to use Thunderbolt because I have a feeling it's just going to one-hit KO him, given that they're around the same level and that Articuno's weak to electric type attacks. Alright. So that brings Articuno close to fainting. I think we'll send Jolteon back in And we will use Quick Attack to get us closer to the red zone. Oh sweet, he's in the red zone. So one more Quick Attack should bring him right down to just a few HP. I would have preferred it to be a bit closer to him fainting, but we're just gonna have to play along and see what happens. Missed the Pokemon, what? Can that even happen? Missed the Pokemon, are you serious? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Oh, I caught him on the first try, though. Sweet. A legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. Okay. Sweet. So let's move on to Zapdos. Alright, so start off at the Pokemon Center near Rock Tunnel. That's to the east of Cerulean City if you've forgotten. And you're gonna need a Pokemon that knows how to surf along the coast here, and come off on this island. And go into the power plant. And now, this place is a bit of a natural maze, and there are a lot of items scattered around. But be warned that some of them are Voltorbs, and I think there might even be a few Electrodes. I didn't really bother picking anything up, but it's definitely worth to check out the items. You might get some pretty good items around here. So it's actually pretty straightforward if you follow the main path, and eventually you'll get to Zapdos. Alright, so now it's time to bag us a Zapdos. That iconic roar that signifies the battle begins. Alright, so similar sort of tactic as I implemented on Articuno. I'm going to start off by paralyzing Zapdos, and once again I highly recommend either paralyzing or putting Zapdos to sleep. So I'm going to use Sand Attack again to reduce Zapdos' accuracy to the lowest level possible, so that he can't just keep spamming us while we try to catch him. And by the way guys, I noticed something. In the naming convention, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, it ends with numbers. Uno means 1, dos means 2, and tres means 3, in good old Espanol. So that's also part of the reason why I decided to catch them in this particular order, where it's Articuno first, then Zapdos, then Moltres. Alright, so we're gonna use Sand Attack. His accuracy is still not at the bottom. Okay, there we go. Sweet, so we're gonna pull Jolteon out, and we might as well send Gyarados in. I'm a little bit worried about using Alakazam or Dragonite, because they're pretty strong Pokemon, and I'm afraid that they might just one-hit KO Zapdos. Same goes for Jolteon's Thunderbolt. I'm not so sure if it's as effective on Zapdos as it would be on Articuno and Moltres, given that Zapdos is partly an electric type. And this is not such a great idea either, because Gyarados is bad against electric type attacks. Hopefully he misses and I can get one more shot in. Alright, sweet. That's more than I could have asked for. Alright, so we're going to use an Ultra Ball, and hopefully we can get Zapdos. Similar sort of situation. I don't get that. Why does it say you missed the Pokemon? I guess that's something that was only in Generation 1. Just to make it a little bit harder to catch legendary Pokemon. But there must be something related to this. Maybe it's because Zapdos has more speed than my Pokemon has. So I might have to put Dragonite in instead, just to increase the chances of actually being able to hit Zapdos with the Ultra Ball. Yeah, this is no good. I'm really gonna have to pull Gyarados out. Gyarados is probably one of the slowest Pokemon I have in my party. Dragonite's got 112. I might be better off with Alakazam, actually. Yeah. So I'm gonna send Alakazam in. And hopefully this will increase my chances of actually landing the Ultra Ball. And it doesn't. Wow. I've literally tossed like 10 Ultra Balls and they've all missed. This is crazy. Okay, here we go. Sweet! We got him on the first try as well. It's just a matter of actually hitting Zapdos with a Pokeball. A legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear from clouds while dropping enormous lightning bolts. Okay. Seems safe, right? Cool, so now we're gonna move on to Moltres. Alright, so there are two ways to get to Moltres. The faster way would be to go to Victory Road from the Indigo Plateau and work your way back. The way I'm gonna show you is the more difficult way. So what you wanna do is you wanna start off at Viridian City and then head west. And then what you wanna do is you wanna follow this path all the way up to Victory Road. So make sure you have a Pokemon in your party that knows how to surf. Another requirement you're gonna need is you're gonna need to have all 8 gym badges, otherwise the guards won't let you through. Alright, so make sure you have a Pokemon in your party that knows how to use Strength. And all you have to do is move this boulder up towards the right side of the screen. And place the boulder on top of that switch in order to remove the boulder that's blocking the path. Alright, so head back this way, head up in this direction, and take this ladder up. And you want to do the same thing with this boulder down here. You want to put it on top of that switch. Alright, now head up over here towards the right. Head up through here and take the ladder up to the next level. Now, you don't need to worry about the boulder. You can skip that and just take this ladder down and boom, there's Moltres. Moltres. Alright, here we go. So, once again we're going to implement the same tactic. We'll start things off with a Thunder Wave. And we're going to follow up with a barrage of Sand attacks to reduce Moltres' accuracy right down to the lowest level. I think this is a pretty good tactic. Another way you could go is if you had like maybe a Haunter or a Gengar. You could use Hypnosis or maybe another Pokemon that knows how to use Sing or something like that. But yeah, this technique's working for me, so hopefully it'll work a third time. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna pull Jolteon out and I'm gonna put Gyarados in. And we're gonna hit Moltres with some strength. Moltres won't be able to do too much damage to Gyarados because Gyarados has the typing advantage in this situation. But man, Moltres has not been able to attack. Okay, he's finally landed a Fire Spin, but it's already a weak move, and again we have the typing advantage, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Alright, another strength. I don't want to knock Moltres clean out. I think it'll be too dangerous to use strength another time. So I'm going to send Jolteon back in to use Thunderbolt. Nah, I'm kidding. To use Quick Attack. Alright. Okay, what do you think, guys? Do you think I should do it one more time? I think I'll do it one more time. Okay, cool. That was a close call. Alright, so we can go straight for the Ultra Balls now, and we're probably gonna miss it like 10 times. Hopefully not so many times. Oh man. Come on. Oh yeah. We got them on our... we got all 3 of the legendary birds all on our first contact. That is really good. Moltres, known as the legendary bird of fire. Every flap of its wings creates a dazzling flash of flames. Alright, so that was the easiest, those are the 3 easy ones, right? Next, we're gonna catch us Mewtwo. Alright, so I'll give you guys a heads up now. You won't be able to catch Mewtwo until you've completed the Elite Four challenge. If you try to go to the Cerulean Cave before then, there'll be someone blocking your path. Alright, so go to Cerulean City, make your way into Cerulean Cave, and be warned that you're also going to need Pokemon that know how to surf and that know how to use strength. Now, it's pretty much a maze in here, but the best way to get to Mewtwo is the path that I follow in this video. There's also a lot of strong wild Pokemon, and if your Pokemon in your party aren't above the level of the Pokemon in the wild, then max repels don't really help out too much. I actually had quite a few Pokemon battles here, but I edited them out. Alright, so you surf to go along here, follow the path to the end, you surf again, and boom, there's Mewtwo. There's the iconic roar, and here we go. Level 70, man. Mewtwo truly is the ultimate Pokemon. He's also the only legendary Pokemon in the game that actually had a bit of a backstory, and we saw that when we went to Cinnabar Island, when we saw the burnt down laboratory. But this is going to be a lot trickier than catching the birds. And the reason for that is, aside from Mewtwo being so strong, he also has abilities such as Recover, which means he can heal his HP, and that means catching him is going to become that much more difficult. So I'm trying to lower his accuracy with Sand Attack, but it looks like I won't be able to fully reduce his accuracy to the lowest level. Yep, as I expected. I probably could have used a full restore, but then it doesn't feel like a genuinely won battle, if you know what I mean. Alright, so we might as well use Hydro Pump, given that Gyarados is so much weaker than Mewtwo. Wow, that really... oh, there we go. There's the Recover. Okay, this is going to be a tough battle. I might have to resort to using my Master Ball. Oh man. How many power points does Recover have? I think it has 10, right? So we have to force Mewtwo to use Recover 10 times. Well, that's 3. So Recover heals 50% of your HP. There's no way we're not even close to doing 50% damage with the attacks we've done so far. Psychic, oh man, this is gonna be damaging. Oh man. I might have to resort to using full restores after all. I mean, in all honesty, I could just end this right now by using my Master Ball. But let's see if I can catch him with the Ultra Ball. It seems unlikely. He's gonna use Recover, I know he's gonna use Recover. It's a shame I couldn't get my Sand Attacks to lower his accuracy right down to the lowest level. Okay, don't kill him, just get him into the red zone. Sweet. We've also got that issue about whether the Ultra Ball is actually gonna hit him, or if it's just gonna completely miss him entirely. Oh man. I'll send Charizard out there. Alright. Here we go. Don't miss. Oh man. He is gonna clean us out if he lands a Psychic. There's got to be some kind of mechanic that makes them miss. Oh man. I'm gonna have to attack him. I'll use Earthquake. Mewtwo's probably got outrageous special defense. Oh man. Man, that's just unreal. That did pretty much no damage at all. Such a weak attack like Swift, and it did that much damage. Well, I could go for a Slash, but I'm afraid I might get a critical. I mean, I'm probably not even gonna land the Ultra Ball. I don't get how the move Disable works in this game. It kind of chooses a random move. Oh man, there goes Charizard. Otherwise I could use Disable on his Recover. And that would make things a little bit easier, but... Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh yes! We got him! Sweet! Mewtwo was caught. I did not expect that. It was created by a scientist after years of horrific gene splicing and DNA engineering experiments. Well, there it is guys, we caught all the legendary Pokemon, and amazing enough, we caught them all on the first contact. So, thanks for watching, leave a comment in the comment section below, subscribe if you haven't, and feel free to check out all the other videos on my channel.